There are three major pitfalls that can trap us, if we're not careful, in our efforts to help the poor. We call them the exchange, the handout, and the silo. It's hard to see and easy to fall into. Most people who want to help the poor fall into this trap right out the gate. They don't see it coming and are unaware that it's happened. Sadly, however, when the exchange takes place, the road to development is closed off, and any hope of long-term progress is lost. Imagine this: a group of poor villagers who have only one change of clothes, don't have clean drinking water, live in what we would consider to be temporary shelters, and struggle from day to day to find enough food. Now imagine the leader of a short-term mission team, or a representative from a charity or nonprofit. The villagers see him coming and notice he has a suitcase full of clothes and shoes that cover his toes. He arrived in an SUV and flew into the country on an airplane. The first thing the outsider does is sit down with the leaders of the community and ask the question, "What do you need?" The leaders, seeing dollar signs in the outsider's eyes, are sure that he is the answer to their problems. You can almost see them doing it. They're looking at the problems they're holding in their hands, and then they look up at the outsider and immediately hand the problems to the outsider, and he commits to solve them. At that moment, the exchange happens. The villagers have handed the problem off to outsiders, and now it's theirs to solve. From the time of this exchange onward, the villagers will be waiting passively for the outsider to use his money and resources to solve their problems. The villagers have become passive recipients, and the development team is locked into delivering a service. To avoid the exchange, we must be faithful to the principle of ownership. The villagers must not be allowed to hand the problem off, but must take responsibility, ownership, for their own problems. This will require an entirely different approach to the poor and a completely different process. This is a core principle of community health evangelism. I outline this process in my book, Beyond Poverty, and we have many other helpful resources for learning how we can avoid the exchange on our website. So, this is one of the three major pitfalls to avoid in the call to work with the poor. I hope this will help you bring gospel transformation to the communities you serve. Feel free to reach out with any questions you may have, and may God bless you.